Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Mitsubishi Colt VI car. Currently there is a huge choice of cars in the B segment. Customers most often pay attention to styling, economy, and reliability. Does the Mitsubishi Colt meet all these criteria? Mitsubishi approached the engine offer for the small Colt very sensibly. The Japanese have chosen engines that should be available in a car of this class. Which engine is best suited to power this model? Certainly not the basic 1.1-liter engine, because it is loud and uses a similar amount of fuel to the larger 1.3-liter engine. Among the petrol engines, there is also a turbocharged 1.5-liter engine, which in the 150 horsepower version provides very good performance. The first 100 appears on the speedometer after about 8 seconds. The top version is even faster, but due to its niche nature, it is not easy to get in Europe. People who decide on a unit with a turbocharger must be prepared for high fuel consumption and higher costs of potential repairs. After all, no one spares a car with such a powerful engine. In addition to the petrol engines, there is also a diesel engine on offer. It may not be a speed demon, but the 90 horsepower version handles the car quite well while burning a symbolic amount of fuel. Unfortunately, in the DID design, equipment failures occur from time to time. If you come across a badly neglected copy, and there are plenty of such on the market, you will have big expenses. The dizzying prices of parts for Mitsubishi Colt VI can be an unpleasant surprise for many users of this car. As you can see, unfortunately, a small car does not always guarantee low service costs. Petrol engines don't cause very serious problems, but at higher mileage, accessory parts can fail. The throttle body, alternator, and ignition coils are the weakest points. Repairs are much more expensive than in the case of the competition. In the front suspension of the Colt VI, the Japanese used McPherson struts, and in the rear a torsion beam, which guarantees lower operating costs but also significantly less comfort. There are 2 gearboxes on offer, a 5-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. Safety? The car received an average score of 4 stars in the Euro NCAP crash tests. It's not bad, but it could be a little better. Typical faults. Fortunately, the Colt VI is not one of them. The car has been impeccably secured. Any deviations from the rule indicate a post-accident past. Before buying, it is worth checking the car thoroughly in this respect. Fortunately, the bodywork is fine, but how does the electrics work in the small Mitsubishi? The installation and most of the components are not too problematic, although the bulbs burn out all the time. It is not a serious fault, but if you have to replace them every year, it can be a bit annoying. An additional complication is the difficult access, especially when it comes to the front lights. There are also occasional damages to the window lifters, but this only affects a small number of units. Although it's hard to believe, the most serious drawback of the small Mitsubishi is the fragile gear linkage. If you have trouble shifting gears while driving, they will probably need replacing soon. Colt owners complain about the suspension being very noisy. Fortunately, the problem has been eliminated in models after modernization. The weakest components are the upper bearings of the McPherson struts. The standard brake discs are also not very durable. In the version with an electrically opening hardtop, the mechanism sometimes malfunctions. If you want to buy such a version, be sure to check whether the roof opens and closes without disturbing noises. Eliminating such a defect may not be cost-effective. You have to go abroad for such a car, because there are very few copies in this version on the European market. Disadvantages? There are few of them, but some are very noticeable. The biggest one is the high price of spare parts. Although nothing breaks down in the Colt very often, if something does, you will have to pay a lot for it. Poorly profiled seats with poor lateral support may also be a nuisance. Although there is a lot of space inside, the boot is rather small, 190L. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know of any problems with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to write about them in the comments.